Hey YouTube, it's Soul Prime coming at you with another Transformers video review, and today we're going to be taking a look at the 5-2 Toys Beastbox Firepower Robo. So originally I was going to do a video on their recent Alien franchise, the Xenomorphs Beastbox, but I went to do a refresher on the transformation and it literally broke on me because turns out the whole thing isn't actually made of black plastic. It's made of a very dark, translucent blue plastic, and yeah, it broke. So I ended up just selling that off to a used toy store, and we're doing this one instead. Anyway, just wanted to get that out there because, yeah, a little change in schedule. But, so there are two versions of this bot. There is this version, which is the vehicles, and then there's another one that is like mythological creatures. I don't remember everything in it, but I know like the train is a dragon and the stealth bomber is like a phoenix instead. They're essentially retools of each other. It's the same basic engineering, just slightly different in appearance, really. But overall, I do like this figure. I only have a couple small issues with it. And ironically, one of them is actually the box. Because as you can see, these guys are not huge. Like, here's a deluxe. Here's how big they are. And here's the box. Like, you can literally see where they sit in the box. Like, I'm just going to go ahead and open this because I left the instructions inside. But yeah, yeah. See how much empty space is here? Just that is all empty space around that little card. Yeah, it does come with a little collector's card. I'm just gonna leave that in there. It also comes with some trading cards and their like brochure for their other products. But anyway, but yeah, just a quick look at the box. So yeah, we do get the main robot there on the front. I'm trying to get this whole box in there. Here we got some mug shots of the robot there. On this side we do got our vehicle modes, and that is the box mode. It does still cube up as their Beast Box stuff does. On the bottom we just got our legal jargon. On the top we just got our logos, and then on the back we do get some product shots there. And yeah, it is very Megazord-esque in multiple ways, both in the fact that they're individual vehicles that combine into a robot, and just kind of the overall vibe I get from the like actual sculpting and whatnot. But let's take a quick look here at the instruction booklet. So there is all that, and you do get individual instructions for each of the vehicles. It's not terribly complicated, but there is that. And we will start with a quick look at the top part, which is the little stealth bomber. I do like the way it's shaped. We do get little engines there. Got some nice sculpt on the wings, and we do have a little bit of a, I want to say like a metallic magenta, maybe a metallic pinkish color for the windshield. So there's that. Nice little dab of silver there on the tip of the nose. Then we have the little blue tank, and no real moving wheels or anything, but they did sculpt in the treads, which is nice. It actually does have two little guns. It has this little double barrel one here and this slightly bigger one up here. So there's that. And nice blue for the main body. Do get some yellow highlights there and a little bit of silver. And we have this little, like, I think it's supposed to be a what's the word? So it's those boats that they use for marine landings. I can't remember what they're called, but I'm pretty sure that's what it's supposed to be. And there are some neat tricks to this piece that I do like. But yeah, I think it's supposed to be, I think it's called a landing craft. I could be wrong. And then obviously we have this like heavily armed bullet train. And you can see they haven't really, there's no wheels, but they have sculpted in the wheels and whatnot. There's even the little connecting pieces painted on there. Not sure how well that's coming in, but yeah, very well painted and nice details. And yeah, you do get various guns along the train, and we do actually get a tiny little bit of yellow. Oop. There. Did I say yellow? A tiny little bit of blue for the cabin cockpit, the front of the train. And they do actually have these little bits of wheel sculpted underneath that and on the back that are actually the heels for the legs. I'm pretty sure it's obvious that these are the legs with how it's, you know, long it is and all that. But I do appreciate that they actually, you know, added all those extra little details in there. I do like that. So there is our look at the vehicle modes. And again, I do want to do a couple quick comparisons. I don't know if I have any really good ones, but again, we'll bring in a Deluxe in Quintus Prime, and let's see, we got a Deluxe Plus and the Studio Series Hot Rod, just to give you an idea of how they stack up. There is that. Anyway, we can go ahead and move on to our first transformation, which is going to be into the robot mode. Yeah, and again, it is very Megazord-esque. But the first thing we're going to do is we're actually going to take this gun off of the train, as well as this one here off the back. And one of the only issues I really have is these don't store in the cube mode, which is not a huge deal, but it is annoying because everything else compacts very neatly in the cube mode. But anyway, we're first going to fold these guns down, and we do want to bring the legs down. So you can see there's actually 2 ball joints on each section, and for the robot mode, we want the inner ball joints to bend, like so. Like so. Then we are just going to take this and just sort of straighten out the feet, and we are supposed to take this little tab, little piece back here, and fold it under to complete the heel, just like that. And then hold on, my phone is ringing and it could be important. Alright, sorry for that little interruption. My phone started ringing and I thought it might be about the fact that my car's in the shop, and I was correct, so I didn't need to catch that. But anyway, back to what we were doing. So on the other side, we are going to bring the foot up, and there is just a little gap here that you can use to catch that. And again, we're just going to fold this little bit in under to complete that heel. And there we have our legs. We'll set those over. And let's do the plane next. So these wings just untab, and you can actually see this is actually how the wings work on the bird version or Phoenix version. But we are going to pull forward on the cockpit here, and we do want to. Are they only rotating a certain way? Is that what's going on here? Yeah, they only rotate a certain way. Yeah. I'm pretty sure they're supposed to. Okay, am I losing my mind here? I'm pretty sure it's supposed to fold forward. Okay, maybe they're supposed to fold like this, but this part of the body does shift down. Let's get the wing up out of the way so you can see that. And this is also on a slider, but we're going to leave that just at the bottom for now where it was. And we do want to make sure that the wings are facing forward, like so. We're just going to leave that like that for now. Come over here to the tank. You're going to flip up the little white gun, then fold it up again. Then the instructions say to like completely fold these treads all the way up and like in like this for this step, and then fold them back. But you can just like angle them a little bit just to get them untabbed from the main body. And then you're just going to bring the treads together like so, and make sure that they're off the tabs, and just bring them together like so. And we're just going to leave them like that. You don't need to fold them all the way in, because you're just going to fold them back, because these are the ports for the arms. We are going to fold, oh wait, no, that just came untapped. We do want to, this front piece is on a little slider, so we're going to move that forward and fold it up, and fold this, make sure this gun is folded up and tabbed in. Then we want to bring this post here down like so. Then we're going to take this post here and lift it up, and this actually folds around and then comes back down, and that is our robot face. And again, you can see it's very Megazord-esque, but we'll get back to that. And we're just going to put that like that. And now here for the arms, and again, there's some really cool tricks that this one does. You want to separate it down the middle. There we go. And so then you're going to come here, and this little like fan piece, you're going to untab from this. You're going to fold this over like so. This is going to come up, and it's on a ball joint here and here, but you are going to rotate the fan sideways like so. And you're going to rotate this around, and it's going to fold in like that. And then this will fold up and is also on a ball joint. Rotate it 180 and fold it down, and that hides them away. And I just think that is super cool. I just love that. You're going to pull on this just a little bit, and you'll see it does extend a bit, and that untabs it. And you're going to bring this part like so, so it's at an angle, and then this part like so. And then we're going to fold this peg down, and then we want to take the front piece here, and that's just going to fold underneath. Then just rotate the hand so that it's in the right orientation. And then we just do it again. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Fold that away, fold that down. Bring this up, rotate it around, and fold it away. I just absolutely love that. This is so neat. And angle those, bring that. Rotate the hand into the proper orientation. And then we just bring that peg down, and now we have all our parts ready. So we are going to take our legs, and they are just going to plug into this big peg here like so. Then these arms are just going to plug into those big ports on the sides like so, and like so. And then for this top part, so there are a few places where it connects. There are several holes on this part, and I believe it's 3 total connections. Yeah, so the bottom hole here, and then this top hole with the screw, I believe, and then these 2 little tabs are going to go underneath right here. So what I do is I put these on top in first, and then we just swing this all down and just push it in. Yep. Okay, I did have the wings in the right position. And so their little blue tab right here is going to go into this little slot in the wing like so. Pretty sure I got it lined up right. Might have to fiddle with it a little bit. Make sure it's lining up. It usually doesn't even give me this much trouble. Come on. There it goes. Same on the other side. And then we are going to extend the wing here, like so. and like so. And we are just going to fold them down like this. Oop, not like that. You want to make sure that it's at a specific right angle, and then you push them back in. And then for the final touch, we take the two guns from the train, and we take the smaller one, and there's a little port here, and you just plug it in on the bottom. There you have his weapon, and you just put that into his hand, and there we have him in his combined robot mode. And yeah, just like the sculpt of the face alone, how like very what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. It very much feels like a Megazord face with the blank expression and like the visor and the like sort of weird lip shape. Like that's the best way I can think to describe it. It just makes me think of a Megazord, and I mean it is vehicles turning into a single robot, so I mean there's something to be said for that. But yeah, overall, I do dig it. As far as articulation goes, you do get rotation at the shoulder, and there is some in and out at the because the actual peg itself is on a hinge. You could get 360, but there is the big shoulder pieces colliding. You do get up to 90 degrees at the elbow, as you can see here. There's a little bit of movement there. The wrist does rotate on a swivel. We do get a full waist, because again, a lot of these are just pegged into place. And again, the hip is a ball joint. You do get a pretty much a full knee bend. It is a little low on the leg. His legs are kind of in thirds. But yeah, you do get a very nice knee bend. No ankle tilt, but you do get up and down at the toe, the foot rather. So you do have some wiggle room there. You do get a thigh swivel as well. Yeah, not really any bicep swivel. The head doesn't move because like that's where all the connection points for these two parts are. But overall, I think it's decent enough considering, because this guy I think was, I want to say it was like $45, which isn't amazing price-wise, but it's definitely not terrible. And I know there's like a deluxe version that comes with like some extra stuff and some little figurines and stuff, but I didn't need any of the extras. But yeah, overall, I'm very happy with this little dude. A very fun little robot, great for having on the desk, because again, he's not super huge, but he does have a lot going on. I really do dig him. Anyway, we'll do a couple of quick comparisons here again. So, let's see. I'll bring Quintus back in. And you can see he's around deluxe size, so, you know, he's not too bad, especially considering all the extra stuff he does. And we'll bring in our Devastation Bumblebee. This is for another comparison there. So there are those. But we do have one more thing to go over, and that is the cube mode. And he does come with the usual cube storage box that they add. But we're going to go ahead and take away the gun, because again, this is the only part that does not integrate into the cube, which isn't a deal breaker, but it's annoying. Anyway, we are just basically going to rip him apart. Just rip him apart. Oh god. Oh god, why? And just pull them apart. And it is a little easier to go from the vehicles to the cube, but by no means is it necessary. So we're just going to go from here. Just pop that up. Unhook these, and then we are going to just wiggle this off the back. Might have to wiggle in there. Yeah, there we go. Just go from there. And in the instructions, it does tell you to like move this on the peg, the face piece, but you really don't have to, because it's pretty much at where it needs to be, and it holds in that exact spot very securely, actually. Anywho, so we will start with this piece. We are going to flip the face back around and fold it away. Now we do want to pull this down, and we want to fold this peg down. We are going to bring this down like so, and then we are going to fold these up this time, and that's our square there. For the arms, we are going to fold these, actually we gotta rotate the hand, fold these back up, gonna fold that, and then I believe, I'm trying to remember the exact position because I think they kind of angle a little bit. No. Oh god, I think I forgot. Brain, why you no work? I know there's like a specific angle they gotta sit at. I'm trying to remember what it was. Or was it like this? I'm gonna double check because I cannot remember. Despite the fact that I was playing with this guy all the time while he was on my desk. Don't know how I managed to forget that. Okay, yeah, herpaderp. Okay, yeah, so you're going to straighten this out, and you're going to bring this, well, fold this way, actually, I think. Right. You got to bring it at an angle up here like this because you're going to, am I? Don't, come on. Was it this way? I thought it was the other way. See, the camera's on, so my brain is just like, no, I'm clocking out for today. Yep. Now I remember. Okay, so you're supposed to sort of bring it down to angle it. Bring it here, because this part flips around. Then you bring it underneath, and this little tab right here, it's going to go into this tiny little slot right behind the hinge, like so, like that. Anyway, now we do the other side. Rinse and repeat, basically. Fold up that peg, bring this over, flip that around, bring this under, tab that in, like so. And now, hold on. Okay, I've managed to mix myself up again. So now these are supposed to walk in a certain way. How did I... Oh, right. So as you can see, there's a peg and a hole, and you're going to flip those around, and those will interlock. And I'll make sure I'm doing this. Yeah, there it goes. There, and now we got our square piece. So put these back here. The legs are probably the easiest one. You're just going to spread them back out, and you're going to use the other ball joint the more outer one, and this one likes to be a little funny, and sometimes they can pop off, but not always. So you're going to bring that out. What you're going to do is you are going to fold this up and fold that away. Just be aware, sometimes it can be a little bit of a pain in the butt to get these back out, but usually you can get them back out. And most of the time, this will move, the joint on this is tight enough that the white part will move away from it first, but sometimes it can catch together, just be aware, but usually just a little fiddling will be enough to get it loose. Anyway, we're going to turn the leg inwards, and we are actually going to fold it up at that knee all the way inside like so. Do the same on this side, fold it all the way in like so. And there we have that square piece. And then finally, the little plain bit. So, first of all, we do want to push this back up, and we do actually want to take these little engines here, and we are going to rotate them around like so, and have them pointing together like that. Then should lock the nose cone in, and trying to remember the exact process for this part, because I know it's not that way. I believe we fold these wings over and snap them together, and then yeah, I'm pretty sure these are supposed to come all the way around. Swear I'm not crazy. I mean, I am, but not about this, I hope. Okay, I'm going to double check because I do not want to break this. Okay. Especially not accidentally. Oh, wrong side, wrong side. Okay, yeah, I am doing it wrong. I am being an idiot. Okay. So, also, apparently, this engine little piece does raise up. As you can see, there's a little spot there. Like that. But yeah, these wings do fold over like I thought, but you actually want to plug them in to the jet mode spot first. Probably could do it without this, but I want to show it properly. And now you're... Why are you being stuck? Come on. Okay, there we go. Plug those in, and then when we fold this over like this, now we got our square. And in order of squares, the jet goes on top. It's pretty similar to the robot, but yeah, jet goes on top, and then pretty sure, I think there's more than one connection point, so I'm trying to figure out where it is. Is it this way? I think it's this way. Yeah, so pretty sure, yeah, because it's no. Okay, now I feel like I'm forgetting something. Because I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be 2 connection points, and I'm only seeing the one here. Like, okay, no, it is. Oh, that's why. This is supposed to be folded down. The leg peg. There's our 2 connection points. I knew there was 2. I wasn't super wrong, just a little bit. Anyway, so yeah, the face peg and this little peg can go here and here, like so. There we go. Then the arms are next, and see, I think it should be this side. It's kind of hard to tell, but yeah, see, this side has 2 tabs, this side has 1. You want the side with 1, I believe, because these 2 tabs here and here are going to tab into the treads, if I am not mistaken. Let's see, line these up. Am I doing it wrong? No, I'm definitely not doing it wrong. Yeah, I'm doing it right, because there's this post and this hole too. So line that up first. Yep, there it goes. See? I had it right. I didn't forget everything, just most of it. And now this side, you can see there are 2 slots. And now we have our 2 tabs here. And then this tab is going to go into the waist piece. Like so. And like so. and now we have him all tucked into a cube. Pretty neat. I think it's pretty neat. And again, with these, you can store them in their big clear cube. And he fits in perfectly. That was another issue I had with the Xenomorph one, is for some reason they fit together so poorly he couldn't even get in the cube thing. So, yeah, that one was just badly made. Not gonna miss it. Which is a bummer, because it was a cool idea. But, yeah, there's that. But, yeah, unfortunately, there's nowhere to put the guns. Just set it on top, I guess. Yeah, that's my biggest issue with it. Just, you can't put the gun on the cube mode. But I'm mostly going to keep him in the robot mode, but it is fun to switch this guy back and forth. And the fact that I have this third mode that you can do is pretty neat. And it's a very solid cube. You can see it's holding together very well. They all tab together nice and snug, but for the most part, aside from like the feet sometimes getting caught inside the leg and just having to try and get it out when there's just not super great grip, everything moves pretty smoothly, untabs and tabs, the right amount of tightness. They did a good job on this. I would not mind getting the other mythological creature version at some point. It's not a high priority because I decided that out of the two, this is the one I wanted. And I like this enough that, if I ever find myself with some extra pocket change, I wouldn't be opposed to getting the other version. But yeah, for now, one is enough. And I do recommend this guy. He's very fun. He's very cool. And again, they are very Megazord coded in, it's a bunch of things that combine into a big robot, whether it's vehicles or, in the other case, creatures. And yeah, that face just screams Megazord to me for reasons I listed, but not entirely sure how much sense it just screams Megazord to me, okay? But let's do one final comparison. Here he is next to 86B, just so you can see how he stacks up. Compacts very nicely. But anyway, I think that's about all that there really is to say for this figure. Again, I absolutely recommend it. I think it's a well done figure, and it's one of those Transformer alternatives if you're, looking for just anything that transforms like I tend to, or if you want an alternative to the usual Hasbro stuff, this one right here is a good pickup. I personally got this from Big Bad Toy Store. I think there are a few other places you can get them. I'm pretty sure that they're also readily available on Amazon and on, not Temu, what was the other one? AliExpress. I don't bother with Temu. So yeah, those are a couple other places you can get, but the main U.S. store that I know that carries them is Big Bad Toy Store. So anyway, that'll be it for me, and I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. So this is Soul Prime 13 saying transform and soul out.